So let's take a look here at the exam guide. And this is the outline of what's actually going to be required of us to pass the exam. And then after we go through the highlights here, we'll actually open up the actual exam guide and I'll show you where you can find that information. So the first thing is the domains. And so the domains are Cloud Concepts, OSI Infrastructure, OSI Core Services, Security, Billing, and Pricing. But one thing you're going to notice is that there is no domain weighting on this exam. So these domains, we don't know if the exam is comprised of 40% of the questions of security, 10%, if these are all evenly distributed. We just don't have that information. And so that is one of the downsides of Oracle certifications. I think maybe in the future they might tell us, but at this time I could not figure out how the questions are distributed, but that's just what it is. To pass this exam, you're going to have to get a 68%. I don't know if Oracle, I do know things about Oracle, but I don't know if they do it based on like a point system. So on AWS, it's like 1,000 out of whatever. So, you'd have to get 680 points to score out of 1,000. But anyway, we know the passing grade is 68%. There are 60 questions on the exam. And so you can afford to get 19 questions wrong. All the questions are multiple choice. There's no questions where you have to multi-select any boxes. So that's a little bit nice. You have 105 minutes to take this exam. So that means you're going to roughly have 2 minutes per questions. It's going to be less than 2 minutes, but you're going to have a lot of time to pass this exam. And I strongly recommend, you're going to definitely have time left over, and I strongly recommend that you go back and review all your questions and make sure that you made the correct choices, because sometimes when you're studying, you're just in a hurry to get to the end so you don't run out on the clock, and you should really go and take a second look at your questions. And the last thing is that this exam is only valid for 18 months. So once you get the certification, you do have to get recertified in 1.5 years. And I did say earlier that I found that a strong disadvantage for Oracle certifications, and maybe that will change in the future, but that's just how it is right now. But there you go. And we'll go jump into the actual PDFs now. So here I have the exam guide opened in front of us here so we can get a bit better details of what the domains are. One thing I couldn't easily find was how long the certification was valid for. The way I found it was there was another marketing page, and from this page there was this link, and in this link it told us it was valid for 18 months, and that's how I found out you have to get your recertified in 1.5 years. Why it's not in this documentation, I have no idea, or I might have just not noticed it. But I just wanted to point that out if you're trying to validate what I'm saying about the how long the certification is valid for. So let's hop over to the certification details here and just give it a quick zoom in here. And you're going to notice that the exam number for this exam is 1701085-20. I do not know why they named it that, because it's very complicated. Maybe they have a lot of other exams we're not aware of, but that is the name of your exam number. It's very important to know your exam number because if there are future exams, you need to know which one you are taking, because the content might be different. Here they say the target audience is designed for technical and non-technical professionals involved in selling and purchasing OCI infrastructure, which I definitely agree with. To take this exam, you can take it via Pearson VUE. So that is the partnered data set or test center network. So there's a few different test center networks, and Pearson VUE is a very well-known one for their proctored exams. Proctored meaning that you can take the exams online. So you can take this in a test center, and that is the preferred way. That's the way I suggest you to take your exams. Or you can take it online, where they connect via webcam and they make sure that you aren't cheating, and then you just take it from the comfort of your own home. We can see that it's 105 minutes. We have $95 for the exam cost, and it looks like it says 25% discount on the list price if you are an OPN, so part of the Oracle Partner Network. You are likely not part of the Oracle Partner Network. If it's anything like the Amazon Partner Network, you have to do a lot of work to join that. But if you are working for a company and they have this, then you can save a bit of money. And the passing score here is 68%. Again, it doesn't tell us the points. It doesn't say 680 points. It doesn't tell us the breakdown of the scoring. But we'll take a look here, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does not. Then we have some stuff about certification benefits. Nothing super exciting here, but this is what the badge looks like. So once you pass the exam, you can download this digital badge, and you're going to want to You could put this on your website, but the huge advantage is you want to have that certificate and put it in your LinkedIn so everyone can see it. That's the main goal of getting certifications, is putting them on your LinkedIn. And so we'll just scroll down a little bit, and now we'll get to the actual exam topics, or I like to call them domains because most other providers call them domains. So the first one is cloud concepts. So understand terms like scalable, elastic, agility, fault tolerance, CapEx, OpEx. Understand the difference between IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Understand public-private hybrid models. Reduce TCO with migrations on-prem cloud without re-architecting. Then you have the getting started with Oracle infrastructure. So describe the key features, components of OCI. So multi-AD, one AD, AD fault domains, console, APIs, CLIs, and SDKs. I don't think we covered these two things, but there's not much to talk about. So I don't know why they have it there because I did not see it on the exam. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Services. So understand the core services, IAM, compute, network storage, databases. Understand cloud native services, OKE, OCR, FN, streaming, API gateway. So that's kind of interesting. Then you have security compliance, so OCI security services, so VCN, SL, NSG, WAF, et cetera. Pricing, support, and operations. So OCI pricing model, understand OCI subscription models, pricing calculator, free tier, the OCI SLA, OCI operations, OCI concepts like budgets, quota, limits, and support. So that is the breakdown of information that we need to learn, and that we're going to cover that all in the exam. What's surprising is that they don't have any white papers. So with AWS, they usually have technical white papers they want you to read. Oracle actually does have white papers, but it doesn't appear to be part of their exam just yet. So maybe they'll do that in the future. There's some information about like exam score. If we pop over here, doesn't really tell us much about how the scoring works. It's just saying that you'll get the score with Pearson VUE after the fact. And there's just some other information. So hopefully that helps you better understand the breakdown of the exam. And now we can jump into the actual content itself and start learning Oracle.